Hey there, homeowners. Let's talk about something you might not see every day, but is absolutely crucial to your home, your electrical wiring system. This system is the backbone of your home's electrical infrastructure, ensuring that power is distributed safely and efficiently to every corner of your house. Whether you're turning on a light, charging your phone, or running your refrigerator, it's all thanks to the wiring hidden behind your walls. Think of it as the veins and arteries of your house, carrying the electricity that powers everything you rely on. Just like the human body needs a healthy circulatory system to function properly, your home needs a well-maintained wiring system to keep everything running smoothly. Without it, even the most basic tasks can become impossible. Without a safe and efficient wiring system, you're looking at a whole lot of trouble flickering lights, malfunctioning appliances, and even dangerous electrical shocks. These issues can not only be frustrating but also pose serious safety risks. Imagine trying to cook dinner with a stove that keeps shorting out or dealing with a constantly tripping circuit breaker. It's not just inconvenient, it's potentially hazardous. That's why it's so important to understand the basics of wiring systems, especially if you're building a new home or renovating an older one. Knowing what to look for and what to avoid can save you a lot of headaches down the line. For instance, older homes might have outdated wiring that isn't up to current safety standards, while new constructions offer the opportunity to install the latest and safest wiring technologies. We're going to break down the different types of wiring systems, talk about their pros and cons, and give you the knowledge you need to make the best choices for your home. From copper to aluminum wiring, each type has its own set of advantages and disadvantages. Copper, for example, is highly conductive and durable but can be more expensive. Aluminum is lighter and cheaper but may require special handling to ensure safety. Remember, when it comes to electrical work, safety and quality should always be your top priorities. Using high-quality materials and following proper installation procedures can make a world of difference. Always hire a licensed electrician for any major electrical work to ensure everything is up to code and safe for your family. So let's dive in and get you up to speed on all things wiring. We'll cover everything from basic concepts to more advanced topics, ensuring you have a comprehensive understanding of your home's electrical system. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast or just want to be more informed, this guide will equip you with the knowledge you need. Trust me, a little knowledge in this department can go a long way in ensuring a safe and comfortable home for you and your family. By understanding the essentials of wiring systems, you can make informed decisions, avoid potential hazards, and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing your home is electrically sound. So, let's get started on this enlightening journey together. Just like fashion and technology, electrical wiring has evolved over the years. What was considered cutting-edge decades ago might be outdated and even unsafe by today's standards. That's why it's important to know the different types of wiring systems you might encounter, especially in older homes. We're going to explore the most common types: Cleat wiring, casing and capping, Batten wiring, conduit wiring, both surface and concealed, and cable wiring. Each has its own set of advantages and disadvantages, and understanding these will help you make informed decisions about your home's electrical system. Remember, just because a wiring system is old doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be replaced immediately. However, it's crucial to have a qualified electrician inspect your wiring regularly, especially if you live in an older home, to ensure it's still safe and up to code. Cleat wiring is one of the oldest and simplest wiring systems out there. Picture this: insulated wires running along your walls secured with porcelain cleats. It was a common sight in homes built decades ago. The biggest advantage of cleat wiring: it's incredibly affordable and easy to install. The materials are inexpensive, and you can pretty much see everything laid out, making troubleshooting a breeze. However, cleat wiring comes with some major drawbacks. First and foremost, it's not the safest option. Exposed wires are vulnerable to damage, moisture, and even curious little hands. Plus, let's be honest, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing look for a modern home. While cleat wiring might have been acceptable in the past, it's generally not recommended for new installations today. Building codes have become stricter for a reason. Safety first. Section 4. Casing and capping wiring, a step up in safety. Next up, we have casing and capping wiring, a slight upgrade from cleat wiring in terms of safety. This method has been around for quite some time and has been a reliable choice for many electricians and homeowners looking for a balance between cost and safety. This method involves running wires through wooden casings and covering them with wooden caps. The wooden casing provides a structured pathway for the wires, ensuring they are neatly organized and less prone to tangling or damage from external factors. The main advantage here is improved protection for the wires. Unlike cleat wiring, where wires are exposed and vulnerable, casing and capping offer a more secure environment. The wooden casing acts as a barrier against accidental contact and offers some level of insulation, reducing the risk of electrical shocks. The wooden casing acts as a barrier against accidental contact and offers some level of insulation. This added layer of protection is particularly beneficial in environments where the wiring might be exposed to physical damage or tampering. It's also relatively easy to install and maintain, making it a cost-effective option. Electricians can quickly set up the casing and capping system without the need for specialized tools or extensive training. This ease of installation translates to lower labor costs and faster project completion times. However, casing and capping still have their limitations. One of the primary concerns is the material itself. Wood, while sturdy, is susceptible to environmental factors that can compromise its integrity over time. Wood is susceptible to moisture damage and can even pose a fire hazard if not properly treated. In humid or damp conditions, the wood can absorb moisture, leading to swelling, warping, or even rotting. Additionally, untreated or poorly treated wood can become a fire risk, especially if the wiring inside generates heat. Additionally, the aesthetics aren't much of an improvement over cleat wiring. It's still visible and can look quite dated. In modern homes where sleek and hidden wiring systems are preferred, casing and capping can appear out of place and detract from the overall aesthetic appeal. While casing and capping might be a viable option for restoration projects aiming for a vintage look, it's not the most practical or safest choice for modern homes. For those looking to maintain the historical integrity of a vintage property, this method can be a charming and authentic choice. However, for new constructions or modern renovations, more advanced and safer wiring methods are recommended to meet current safety standards and aesthetic preferences. Section 5. Batten wiring, neat and tidy wires. Moving on to batten wiring, this method offers a slightly more polished look compared to the previous two. Unlike cleat wiring, which leaves wires exposed and can appear somewhat messy, batten wiring organizes the wires in a more structured manner. This method is particularly useful in settings where a cleaner appearance is desired, such as in residential homes or small offices. The transition from basic wiring to batten wiring can significantly enhance the overall aesthetic of the space. It involves running wires through grooves in wooden battens, creating a neater appearance. The battens are typically made of wood and are fixed to the walls or ceilings, providing a dedicated pathway for the wires. This not only helps in organizing the wires but also makes it easier to manage and maintain them. The grooves in the battens ensure that the wires stay in place and do not tangle or get damaged easily. One of the main advantages of batten wiring is its relative affordability. Compared to more modern wiring methods, batten wiring is cost-effective and can be installed without requiring specialized tools or equipment. This makes it an attractive option for those who are looking to upgrade their wiring system on a budget. Additionally, the materials used in batten wiring are readily available and do not require extensive labor to install. It's a cost-effective way to achieve a slightly more aesthetically pleasing finish than cleat or casing and capping wiring. The neat arrangement of wires in the battens gives a more organized look to the space, which can be particularly beneficial in areas where the wiring is visible. This method is often preferred in older buildings where the walls and ceilings may not be suitable for more modern wiring techniques. The wooden battens also provide some protection for the wires. By encasing the wires within the grooves, the battens shield them from external damage, such as accidental knocks or abrasions. This added layer of protection can extend the lifespan of the wiring and reduce the need for frequent repairs or replacements. However, it's important to note that the level of protection offered by batten wiring is not as high as that provided by more modern methods. However, batten wiring shares similar drawbacks with the previous methods. While it does offer a neater appearance and some level of protection, it is not without its limitations. The wooden battens can be prone to wear and tear over time, especially in environments with fluctuating temperatures or high humidity levels. Additionally, the installation process can be time-consuming, as it requires precise measurements and careful placement of the battens. The wood is still susceptible to moisture damage and fire hazards. In areas with high humidity or frequent exposure to water, the wooden battens can absorb moisture, leading to swelling, warping, or even rotting. This can compromise the integrity of the wiring system and pose safety risks. Moreover, wood is a flammable material, and in the event of a fire, the battens can contribute to the spread of flames, making it a less safe option compared to non-combustible materials. Additionally, while it looks neater, it's still visible wiring and doesn't offer the same level of protection and safety as more modern options. Concealed wiring methods, for example, hide the wires within the walls or ceilings, providing a cleaner look and better protection against physical damage and environmental factors. Batten wiring, on the other hand, leaves the wires exposed to some extent, which can be a drawback in terms of both aesthetics and safety. Batten wiring might be suitable for temporary installations or in regions with dry climates, but it's not the most robust or long-lasting